What's up?
Ragnarok was as inviting as a headache, flickering and flashing to a machine gun beat. The belly of a nightclub was a gothic theme park that began with bondage games and led to the nasty stuff from there. As subtle with its dark message as a cop killer bullet through the heart, like father, like son, just like Jack Lupino.
Maybe I should have figured out where to go. Oh.
Ice!
The book had never been a bestseller. Given the setting, I was surprised to find that somebody had been passing time reading. The paperback was entitled, The Age of Murder and Storm. The blurb on the back mentioned Norse mythos and Ragnarok, the end of a Viking world with a terrible winter that covered the earth in ice, when vile crimes were rampant and all humanity lost. I could see how somebody impressionable might get it into their head that we were at the end of time. I was also beginning to see what the nightclub and its owner were all about.
Hold it!
He doesn't look friendly.
books on the occult had been piled on the table. The room was stacked with light reading, such as Necronomicon, Witchcraft, and Paradise Lost. Old exotic titles like Malleus Maleficarum and De Umbrarum Reini Novum Portus. Books with pentagrams on their covers, all dealing with the occult and the infernal, lying between stacks of horror videos and a couple of Ouija boards. The only thing I could take seriously was the thought of Lupino taking it seriously. He had been spending a lot of time getting intimate with the guy downstairs. Karaoke never was my scene.
What the hell?
The backstage area led to Lupino's inner sanctum. The hot air inside was like an invisible wall, thick with incense and something else, a sickly sweet smell that made you gag. This was the rotten core of the Big Apple. Lupino lurked somewhere ahead, like a spider at the center of his web, waiting. The vapors in the air started to make my head swim. Torn pieces of a letter lay scattered on the sofa. Punchinello had threatened Lupino in writing. The note had been torn to pieces, bloody fingerprints all over them.
Don't want you to think that one of my boys is not playing with a full deck. Shape up, Jack. We are running a business here. I'd hate to send the trio to strong-arm you.
The trio were the Don's notorious henchmen. It was obvious that Lupino hadn't been intimidated by the threat. Lupino's notes covered the table. Jack Lupino was crazy, all right. The table was scattered with notes of demented arcane nonsense written in rusty blood, a mishmash list of demons, devils, and dark gods evoked.
Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Cthulhu, Lilith, Hela, blood given to you all.
He was after that old Faustian deal, your soul for power and fortune. Just sign on the dotted line with your blood. Lupino's notebook lay on the pedestal.
He's basically calling everybody in the phone book.
Jack Lupino was crazy, all right.
Mythic wolves, let loose to devour the sun and the moon. Lupino is the wolf. I'm Mr. Beast, the big bad Fenris wolf. I'm the end of the world man, wearing the flesh of fallen angels.
After Y2K, the end of the world had become a cliche. But who was I to talk? A brooding underdog avenger alone against an empire of evil, out to right a grave injustice. Everything was subjective. There were only personal apocalypses. Nothing is a cliche when it's happening to you.
flesh of fallen angels! Come to me all! Astaroth, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Satan, Cthulhu, Lilith, Ella! Blood to you all! Secret, living under the skin of reality. I've seen it. The corruption of flesh. Ow! I'm the wolf, yeah! I am the wolf! It's close. It's coming. You have come. A witness to the end of time. It's now! I will rise to her side! I don't need the words! I'm beyond the words!
I had known there'd have to be a catch in it somewhere, and this one was the Empire State Building of catches. Lupino was pumped up and dying to go 15 rounds with a mutant alligator. And then he started this spooky monkey talk, straight from a bad dream. Mine.
I have tasted the flesh of fallen angels. I've tasted the devil's green blood. It runs in my veins. I've seen beyond a world of skin, the architecture of blood and bow and arrow. Death is coming! She is coming, and hell follows with her. This is the twilight winter. I am ready to be her son. Her time is now, and all who stand in her way must die! Die! You'll die! You'll die! Now! All die!
When Lupino finally went down, I wanted to make real sure he'd stay that way. V was a bad monster. Turned them into friggin' zombie demons from outer space.
I think he's dead already.
Huh? And that's when it happened.
But dead or not, you've got the wrong guy.
In stepped this knockout femme fatale holding a gun to my face. I returned the favor. Lisa Punchinello. Lisa Punchinello was the Don's wife.
Mona Sachs, Lisa's evil twin.
Your safety's off, evil twin. You might hurt someone with that gun of yours.
Lisa's the damsel in distress. I'm the professional. I'd blow you away without batting an eye.
Sure, and you can check out my credentials splattered all over this joint.
Jack couldn't have framed you, not the state he was in. We're after the same slime bag. Angelo Punchinello's the one who murdered your friend and framed you with it.
You know this for a fact?
I've got my sources.
I don't have a clue these days. I just shoot them as they come. Who put a contract on the Archfiend?
This one's mine. I hate the guts of that sadistic wife-beater. Why not pool our bullets for this one?
I thought you'd never ask. My finger was starting to twitch.
How do you like your whiskey?
I'm easy, as long as you don't try to slip me a Mickey.
You're a real angel, Max.
It was good stuff. Tasted sweet as honey going down.
Nothing personal. Can't risk you going berserk and getting Lisa killed.
Slap Mickey. What did you just say?
The nightmare was always the same. Violent shapes moving in darkness, old and ugly. The killer's mad laughter was a riddle filled with wicked innuendo. Somewhere, the baby was crying.
Should've known it when we found you snoring next to Lupino's corpse. A comedian, huh?
The pictures were filled with good old times.
I really love to watch cartoons. Captain Baseball Bat Boy's my favorite.
Crap, I fell off the puzzle. Cool, I totally remember where I went now. Yo, Ryder, what's up?
Please act. Why?
I didn't expect to see you tonight.
Sorry.
What's going on, babe? Dude, I totally am lost in this puzzle. Like a rat in a maze, Charlie. I'm a night owl, actually. I'm typically up this late. This is usually when I edit my videos. Oh, yeah, serious
Should've
content
known it when
warning
we
here.
found you snoring next to Lupino's corpse. A comedian, huh?
The pictures were filled with good old times.
So even after that puzzle. Dude, when I was a kid, the first time I got here, this fucked me up.
I really love to watch cartoons. Captain Baseball Bat Boy's my favorite.
This is like a Super Mario 64 cut level, right? Yeah, it is. It's like not even a full tank. It's one of those ones that like folds. You know what I mean? So it's got like an open back. It's very hot. It's honestly one of my favorites. You sticking around for a while? Oh, the FOB ships. Wait. No, okay.
No. No, no, please, God, no.
Whoa. Yeah, Max Payne has some serious drama. It's too bad he stuffs it all down with painkillers instead. Poor guy. Chat, is Max Payne cooked?
Slice him, dice him, shoot him full of holes, blow him to bits, vaporize him, disintegrate him. No matter what you do, they'll still be back, good as new.
Chat, I think
Michelle's
Max might
diary
be
lay on the
cooked.
table.
Max, no, please, Max. Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Murderer! You killed her!
Nothing like that ever happens in the real world.
I woke up in a
Damn.
bad dream. My head felt 2 sizes too small for my brain,
Max Payne, I envy your name.
and the killer was smiling.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frankie the Bat Niagara.
Niagara, as in you cry a lot? He had a baseball bat and I was tied to a chair. Pissing him off was the smart thing to do.
Nothing wrong with a little laugh now and then. Take me, for example. I love to watch cartoons. Cartoon violence is a fascinating thing. Let's take a break. I need to take a leak and maybe grab a cold one at the bar. Don't worry. I'll be back to finish this off. And then, it's checkout time.
You play, you pay, you bastard. He swaggered out, and the door clanged shut behind him, locks clicking into place. Everyone makes mistakes. Mine hadn't been to crack jokes about the goon with the bat. He'd have cracked my skull regardless. It hadn't even been to trust a girl with a gun. I had blindly gone after the first bad guy on my hit list when I should have been aiming further up the ladder, at the head of the Punchinello family. I couldn't bring myself to be pissed at Mona. Guess I had a soft spot for a pretty face. But when somebody decides to play baseball with your head, you tend to get sore. They had dragged me back to the basement of Lupino's hotel. I was beaten, bruised, and blue. I felt like the chair I had broken to get free. All I had was Niagara's bat, sticky with my own blood.
Quality video game, reusing assets, reusing the map for another mission.
Without a gun, I'd be no match for Frankie's men. I'd have to play hide and seek with them.
It's Frankie's turn. We'll take it. What the hell?
Not supposed to go that way, I don't think. I like that it gives a lot to like how he's kind of an unreliable narrator. Like you can't really believe Max's story is true. So what really makes this whole game really special? It's got a lot of replay value, if I'm being honest. I used to play this game over and over. Or did he do it?
Hey, you idiots!
I know, this is way tight. Last guy tricked me. Oh, I forgot I had nades. I always forget. Thank God, drugs. I don't think T94 made it.
Things were fast going from bad to worse. The men in blue had come and gone. They had decorated the place with chalk outlines and tied it together with yellow tape. The cops who had stayed behind were dead. Frankie, his boys, and I had the place all for ourselves.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Hey, just forget about it.
You forget about it.
That crazy witch, you should have heard her. She was a real scream when the boys caught her trying to cap the Don. Oh, that's friggin' bad. To the trio? That's even worse than what Frankie's doing to that poor bastard downstairs. She's gonna take a long time to die.
The mobster muscle on the phone was talking about Mona. Punchinello's trio were nothing but bad news. More evidence that Punchinello didn't like me much.
The fact remains that all the victims so far identified in the Ragnarok shooting have been known criminals, many of whom had large doses of V in their blood. Reliable sources say that Max Payne was also among those killed, although no body has been recovered at this time.
Reliable sources. That meant somebody thought the Mafia had me, and didn't want the cops snooping around anymore. The body would be delivered to them barely recognizable. Case closed. Don Punchinello had the power to be that reliable source, which was no news. But his news was old news. Framing me hadn't been enough. Don Punchinello had put a hit on me. He wanted me dead, and it had been important enough for him to give written instructions to Frankie about it.
Max Payne should die like a dog for the trouble he's caused. Frankie, I know I can trust you to give this matter the dedication it needs.
Hold it!
I liked his American flag boxer briefs. That's
The
really
hotel
good.
bar was fast developing quite a history. True to his words, Frankie was there, having a beer.
Jesus Christ. How the hell did you get loose?
Got bored waiting. Thought, what the hell, we could just as well finish this here.
Fine by me. This one's
The ho-
fine by me. This one's
think you've been a lovely audience. Had enough? I don't play with girls anyway. Unfair!
I spotted the tail as soon as I left the hotel. They were in a black Mercedes. I'd seen the car before. That time it had heralded impressive explosions. Vladimir was back.
Bang. You're dead, Max Payne.
I might have laughed if I remembered how. What's this supposed to be? Cops and robbers? Look, you want something with me? Get in line.
Peace, man. Relax. You know you are a real news item. Armed and dangerous. I am going to make you an offer you can't refuse. I've always wanted to say that.
I was so
It's a
excited
bum
to play
rap.
this
I've been framed.
Russian.
Well, that's a moot point. Whatever you did or did not do, I'm sure you had good reason for doing it. Want to hear me out?
I'm listening.
I'm going to make
Punchinello
before
messing
you
with
get
V is bad for
confused.
business all around. But that's not all. There is this guy, Boris Time, used to pull jobs for me. He's the captain of the cargo ship Charon. Now the bastard turncoat has gone over to the other side, Punchinello's. The ship's loaded with high-res hardware, guns,
that Vinny
my
finds us?
business.
Is
If
that Vinny?
Punchinello gets hold of that cargo, he's won and I have lost. And you'll have your
Vinny,
work cut
what
out
are
for you.
doing?
If you want to get to Punchinello, you'll need heavy-duty persuaders. I am just the man to get them for you. Change the ship back under my flag, maybe pop 2 in the traitor Dime's head while you're at it. You'll get enough guns to start the apocalypse. You in or out?
I do for
Let's
one
get this show on the
Kalishnikov,
road.
please.
Vladimir was one of those old-time bad guys with honor and morals, which made him almost one of the good guys. None of us was a saint. The Brooklyn riverfront was a maze of rusty containers, sharp-boned cranes looming up from the snowstorm. On a night like this, you couldn't help but think of the dark army of dead men sleeping with the fishes, cement shoes in line.
It's like MF
No
Doom.
Minotaur lurked in this labyrinth, but somewhere out there, on the clanking deck of his cargo freighter, the skipper of the Chiron was waiting, like the ferryman of the river Styx.
I love the poeticism. It's beautiful.
Hey!
I kind of thought I could get out of the map, but instead I just did a crazy damage. That's basically the game, though. There's an elevator. Oh yeah, that guns suck almost. The accuracy is all over the place. I think it is cool though. This is one of the first games to do like one of the first games to give bullets like actual physical properties, where you can actually see the bullets traveling and everything like that. Like they actually have like a physical mesh. Most guns in most games like this are like hit scan, where basically you pull the trigger and it's like a laser pointer. Basically it determines, okay, your laser pointer hit the target, it's a hit. There's no actual bullet traveling. And that was the standard, especially around this time. But, yeah, exactly. It's so much easier to program, but if you're having bullet time, slow motion, hit scan doesn't look good. If you're literally dodging bullets in slow motion, you want to see the bullets. Right? Not sure what that did for me. Oh. I actually made a mod for Quake 2 a long time ago. Because all the guns in that game are hit scan based, and I was trying to make it like this, where you could dual wield and there was bullet time and everything. And actually, I'll show this mod one day. It was actually Quake 4. I'll play that on this stream. I'll show it off at some point. But basically, I had to reprogram all the guns to use like an actual, instead of being hit scan, they had to be like, you know, bullet with trajectory. Basically, I copied the rocket launcher code and modified it and made it apply to all the guns, so that all the guns shot like something that had a model and could detect if that model, you know, impacted player, impacted ground. Rocket launcher had all that, so I didn't have to do a lot. be over to start talking to you.
Hey!
Yeah. I thought there was like an AK or something in this game, but I can't seem to remember if I'm thinking of MP2 or not. I got flat. I didn't realize how far it was gonna go. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to remember what else I was trying to say before. I didn't really have much more to add to that. That was for like a programming class. It was pretty awesome though. I ended up being able to do like all the slow motion effects. Oh, what I was really thinking. I'm just trying to figure out what engine this game is.
What the hell?
Because I'm pretty sure this is a Quake-based engine. And if that's the case, they probably had to make the guns shoot like real bullets if they were going to screw with like the time factor. Because in my experience on the Quake engine, screwing with time completely screws up hit scan. It's so weird how Far Cry doesn't have headshots in that first one. I know exactly what you're talking about. This game barely does, it seems. Where? Game engine called Max FX. I'm gonna look that up. It's gotta be based somewhere. They had to probably start with Quake or something, I'm sure. Oh.
Hey, yeah.
also changed like the rocket damage so that if you like hit yourself, it wouldn't count as damage. So you could just like rocket jump in the game. That was fun. It would like apply the pushback, but not the damage. It's like, if you want to hit anything in this game, aim like 2 inches low. I feel like a Revolutionary War soldier playing this freaking game. Alan Wake, now there's a fun game.
I doubted the letter was a receipt. Rico Muerte had come to town to do more than just sort out family troubles. Exhibits number 1, 2, and 3. A briefcase of money, a sniper rifle, and an envelope with one word neatly printed on a folded piece of expensive paper.
Mayor.
It didn't sound like a mafia contract at all. It was too cold and too to the point.
Mayor. That's it. They are like really dumb enemies too. They're like, if I can't see you, you don't exist. say something? Oh, wait. I'm really not sure. I think there's an MP5 or something a little later. You know what I have to play on this stream someday? Sniper Elite. It's so much fun. I love that game. Control on quantum break use Remedy Northlight engine. In-house. That's pretty cool. Usually when a Stadia has some kind of like in-house engine, it's usually really cool, really specialized. Well, Control looks really good. I mean, Alan Wake, I can see the progression from that, actually. Oh, I got it. Deadass thought it was Doom on the computer, by the way, when I pulled up. It's like, oh man, they're playing Doom. Didn't it look like it? You got me thinking about Control now. Oh yeah, I can. So cheap. Mechanical horse, huh? Yeah, it happens like that. Sometimes, like, your entire game might rely on a certain function that the GameCube just didn't do well. And, like, Nintendo allowed developers to do that, but very few ever did. That's why, like, rare games are impossible to emulate. Conker's Bad Fur Day, for example. The fact that they got that game and all of its lighting to even work on the 64 was a miracle.
Got him!
And a lot of times it
I
relied on
found Boris
quirks
Dime
of
ship.
hardware that you can't even emulate. You know, it just goes to show you sometimes, like, a really talented developer gets their hands on something interesting. You know, if they can really pull off something that the designers of the hardware didn't intend, sometimes it really makes for something magical.
I found Boris Dime's ship.
I'm gonna actually pause this game here. I want to play Control now.